What is this? Okay, good. It looks like I just milked nothing. I should probably not do that in town. Just like jack off in the town square. Hey, how's it going? Whoa, whoa! What the fuck is this? Got him! I've just been drifting around, being led by circumstances. No, that's not right. In Ave, you helped Bart when he needed it. I can't keep a fucking straight face, this awful writing. Drifting, kind of like me. Holy shit. Oh no! Oh, we're not quite dead yet. Don't worry though, I have a telescope equipped. The sprite tells me it's a lady, but the face tells me it's a man. Do that Dr. Girlfriend voice. Yesterday my stove caught on fire. I thought the whole house was gonna burn down. You, they're ugly, kid. Every kid is ugly. What? These aren't special in any way. There goes the potion! Oh! It's a perfect fit. Oh! Ooh! Well, that's gonna be a problem. 24 people have died. We might not finish the campaign now. Oops. I never equipped the chainsaw. I never equipped the chainsaw! Oh my god. I didn't stab that man with a chainsaw. I just made chainsaw noises as I hit him with an axe. Holy fuck, I'm an idiot. Oh, he'll have the key for sure. Police! Nobody move! Like I kicked his knee bone or something.
Are you blind? What in God's... I mean, better luck next time.
Armor broken, what the fuck? Just kicked that board and my clothes exploded. Arcanum. Damn it. Stop. You totally fucked it up. Well, you fucked me, dog. We're not getting in now. You blew it, old man. Holy shit, you blew it. Wow, and it's just his face. Oh. No. I can't take you seriously when your planet's called Choco. Welcome to Choco, keep your nose clean. Is your planet named after candy? Spell shit in hindsight. That went pretty good. The hell is this? It says the sacrifice of fire is the gate to ruin. Place torch if you crave the void. Okay.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
I fucked that up. A whole bunch.
Hey there, we're just loading in. I keep underestimating how long it takes to load the game as I shoehorn more and more mods into our file, so we should hop in soon. In case you were curious why we're not just showing the loading screen, I'm missing several assets and I'm too lazy to figure out how to fix it, so I'd rather hide my shame like a responsible adult. In case we're curious, we're up to 2,692 assets right now when I load this city. Which I can only assume is a bunch. There she goes. Welcome to Stinkenheim. We were going to landscape this railway crossing, which actually goes a little bit longer than I thought. So let's paint it up. I said that we would maybe have Rockfield go this way, but I think... No, I think Rockfield's already big enough. I think it's got, you know, a little lore with Earl's Farm. Some charm to it. So maybe we'll revisit it later if I get some more decorating ideas, or when it's finally time to amalgamate it into Stinkenheim proper. But let's just do some light landscaping, and ooh, speaking of light landscaping, is I couldn't really find a particularly nice hospital. But I was able to find a little stopgap solution if I installed it. I installed it, look at that. A little British pharmacy. It's a pharmacy from the town of Conwy, Wales. It works as a small clinic with one ambulance because we don't need coverage. Oh, sorry. We don't need capacity, we just need coverage. And I think this really fits with the small town of Rockfield. Like, you know, there's maybe a pharmacist would advise you on your medical problems, or there might even be a doctor that runs the pharmacy. He's retired out here. And if it's something serious, then you would... you'd take the train, or you'd have a friend drive you into Stinkenheim, because we have the very large regional hospital here. Maybe even... We have a nice hospital here. I wonder if we make a university town, we could put a university hospital in it. That'd be a more sprawling campus. Like maybe two hospitals side by side, which would look dumb. Well, it would be dumb, and it would look nice, and it would give us a lot of capacity. So yeah, we're just looking for coverage. And this thing's actually fucking super tiny, so... We just gotta find a nice place to slip her in. Like right here. Boop. Pharmacy there, and we'll put a pharmacy in South Rockfield as well. Off the main, but... There we go. Boop. Look at that. I will nudge that back. Apparently the sidewalks are a little bit more narrow in Britain. Blimey fucks. There we go. A British pharmacy next to a French apartment block. What a world. What a world. It's pretend. And then where's the northern pharmacy? There she is. Oof. We didn't really do any landscaping, which is what we're going to do tonight. Because Rockfield's, it's zoned out, so it just needs to fill in. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, there we go. Look at that. That's nice. Well, it's a perfect place to start as any, right? Let's get juniping. Juniper tree. Remember, our settings got blown out because we turned the game off. Down to 474 for our junipers. Whoops. Well. And I have all our shit off. There we go. I gotta warn you, I hope it doesn't happen, but the weather's pretty bad out here tonight. Not in Rockfield. Rockfield's always a beautiful countryside town. But here at TTA headquarters, it's a little stormy. Hopefully my power doesn't get knocked out, because we're gonna lose a lot of fucking progress if that's the case. I like decorating my city, but I don't know if I like decorating it back to back when the power goes out. That might actually cause Rockfield North to become a slum. I'm not sure if this is accessible because I used to move it. I don't know. Let's see if we can get a path through here without breaking that zoning. Because that would be a nice connection too, right by the pharmacy. Let's see. Let's see if this demolished. It might have survived because we nudged it out of the way. Ooh, this didn't survive. Oopsie. I'm not confident that'll rebuild, frankly. Let's hope. Let's let that grow. 24,000. We're slowly working our way up to our 30,000 goal, which is... What are we looking at here? 30,000 was university shit, right? Oh, we can enact universal education. Which makes the campus nicer, and we get the actual university path for the real university. We get some advanced water treatment plants, but I think these are just friendly ones. I think they're not stronger. And then, there we go, so we can start to build a university at 30,000. So, after the historic waterfront, we could build a university town, because we'll unlock a new tile, too. And I'm thinking... I'm torn. I'm actually torn. Because this would give us more access to the waterfront, but not a lot of room to build. We could put the university town across the highway, actually. Make this a four-way interchange. Build a university town. They might have the lumber mill, because, I mean, I'd like to make the lumber mill part of Rockfield Crossing, but Rockfield Crossing's pretty fucking happening already. So maybe not. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this. I'm leaning towards University Town across the highway. Just slowly expand the greater Stinkenheim area, and then we slowly amalgamate and do some infill. I don't think this is gonna happen, so let's just... I guess you can have some junipers, though. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of work to be done in this landscaping. Oh boy, there's some hills here. I'm waffling a little bit on that one. Let's do this block first. Because we've got the hedge too. We've got the hedge here. It's a sign. How much should I fence off, though? I'm gonna say no. I looked into fences, like a nice chain link fence to block off the railway land, but it's such a a vague shape, it kind of takes away from it to fence it in. So we're just going to assume the people of Rockfield aren't idiots and they run into the fucking train tracks. They've made it this long without getting themselves killed, right? So. There we go. And then I'm not going to manicure back here, apparently, because it's a little tricksy. That's fine. I don't want to, you know, like, ruin the vibe of Rockfield, but it is kind of crazy how much time we spent landscaping, so we might not go as in-depth on North Rockfield, or maybe I'll try to find something a little more charming that doesn't take as long. We need to pause time here. We're going to get sucked into the night. There we go. Yeah. I realized we were in trouble once there was a shadow. Hey, Justin. Can't get that. There's a weird hole that I can't get the decal over. That's going to go on the sidewalk a little bit. Ah, there might be some nudging afoot here. I don't know.
You're listening to the classics, the city's home for the hits from the 80s, 90s, and onward. 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s.
It's a weird quip that the radio announcer makes, implying that the 1790s didn't have any good music. They had to wait till the 1890s, or maybe it's just that pun's to emphasize the time span of their station. I don't know if I'm really regretful, because paying for music's a little weird, but I could have bought the other radio stations. They have some other radio stations available for sale, and I have a feeling, now let's close this. I think you can stream them all without getting in trouble. The only one you can't stream is Gold FM, because Gold FM plays actual licensed music that they don't have the rights for. Because this came out in 2015, you know, the Wild West of streaming, so. They didn't realize that was going to be a problem. The other stations are okay. I was kind of tempted to get the synthwave one, but. And then, yeah, we're not going to fence it off, but we'll give them a little bit of some green space here. Because part of this is like the residential developments, and then part of it is the railway company owns it. It's a little vague where they meet up, we'll say. They don't worry about those kinds of details in Rockfield. And then this isn't developed. What the fuck is going on here, fellas? Oh, that's the old hospital, right, okay. Mystery solved. Let's get our junipers going. It's the juniper situation here. Get out of this tool, thank you. Well, this is Rockfield. Rockfield's like the odd man out. Stinkenheim is a little... Definitely more... You could definitely see my comfort level with the game improve as we go from part to part. Like, we have the Old Town, Big Myth Knoll, and then, like, we have Dixon Place, which is a little bit of an improvement. Stenchburg is nonsense. And then over here you have, like, Puyallup Glade, Delta Estates, Riverside. Federal Square is where we really started to find our footing, I feel. Because I only have a couple hundred hours in this game, and you can spend a lot of it just not doing anything, really. Just laying out of town and then giving up and starting over. I've got my share of half-done towns, that's for sure. Ooh, that's another block we can do. That's a nice one. But I want to put a juniper here. You know, we can. Remember, the speculation is that Earl from Wood Acres lobbied to have some zoning regulation put in that the bare walls need junipers for some reason, and then conveniently he sells juniper saplings to the city council. Interesting. What's your angle, Earl? What's your fucking plan? That's a little too far, so no. God damn, another one. And then now you're kind of... Oh, right, and we need to build a power complex today, don't we? Because we are... Oh, hey there. Yeah, I've seen some interesting speed builds. I presume just because, you know, not everybody wants to watch the do-overs and the mulligans. But I personally enjoy long-form stuff. No need to pretend that that's what real life's like and people do things perfectly on the first go, right? It'll warp your perception of reality and life. Sometimes you make fucking mistakes. Alright, I think we're all junipered up over here. Let's get some... There could be some here, but that's too narrow. Too much shade, same here. Let's get some just... Oh, I didn't. Grass over here. It's a little bit of a slope here, and unfortunately the manicured grass will cover that. But it's such a small slope, I think we'll be fine. Hey, fat cow. The solar updraft is unlocked, Justin, but I commented on it the other day that the camera gets stuck on it. I don't know if that happens on console, but the camera really gets snagged on that solar updraft. And it's just too big. It's like we have a pretty low city. There's some high rises back in Stinkenheim because of our themes getting blown out, but generally, things in Stinkenheim are only like under 10 stories. I think our hospital is 10 stories, maybe more, but generally it's a very stout skyline, very dwarvish. It is superior. It's better in every way. You're rewarded for having the DLC, but like, let's find my biggest skyscrapers. There they are. Almost twice as big. Even if we put this out in the country, it'll be a real eyesore, I think. Maybe the maybe the villages in the area petitioned against it because it's an eyesore. Like they already fought against the turbines, but those went through, but they're not backing down on that solar updraft tower. That's too little. That's a nice one. Is that a London plane tree? It is. I knew it. The windmills are just for show. They don't get 8. I think these pull in 5 megawatts, so they're basically half power. 4, yeah, they're half power, which, I mean, for how cheap they are, I really like it. Like, they're definitely not powering Rockfield, but I think they really suit the aesthetic. But it's not like that 16 megawatts would have saved us. We're like 50 short. Even more so once we commission this. You pull in 15, you pull in... So this is 45, so we're going to lose another 50. So we're short 100. But yeah, a solar power plant and then an updraft right next to it would really kick it over, but we'll figure something out. I want a power complex maybe off the highway here, and then in the waterfront, I kind of want to make a water complex. So like we'd have a canal come in with the water pumps. That way they're not here in this nature preserve area by Whisper Gorge. But one problem at a time. As long as we keep the game paused, we don't have a power problem. Right? That's how it works, right? That's how smart people do it. And then maybe Rockfield is a lot more open just because it's more hilly. The trees have trouble. I don't know. I don't mind how the grass just ends abruptly, but I feel we really should fence this off, and I think we will because we have this, right? We have this. Is that a wrought iron fence? Yeah, I think we have a wrought iron fence there. We can use that for this block. Let's do that right now. Geothermal, yeah, we have 2 geothermals right now. I like them because they have a low profile, but they are large. Like they're short but wide. We'll go with these winding ones. But this actually isn't winding. That's good. Okay. Not quite flush with the bridge, but I mean, don't go through there. Don't walk your little dog over here, or you're gonna fucking be calling City Hall. Yeah, Peaches jumped on the tracks. Yeah, it's my fault. Cause see, people in Rockfield, they take fucking responsibility for their actions. It's a very accountable county. The most accountable county in the state. Or is it provinces? What do you call them over there in Europe? These provinces or states? So yeah, it's a little overhang on the fence, but... And then we'll pretend that there's a gate there, or just a hole if you want to go out onto the train tracks and get run over. That's your prerogative if you find that hole. So there we go. That's... Rather than fencing off the rail with some chain link fences that are ugly, instead the housing developments took the initiative and housed off their land. So that looks nice. I'd like a tree here, though. Changed my mind, I want a gazebo, because who doesn't love tourists running around making a fucking mess of things? Fuck, never mind. I want to put it on the angle here, but it's gonna maybe delete one of these buildings, so never mind. And this area will be a little wooded. It's mostly going to be like bushes and undergrowth and some rocks, but we can have some larger trees maybe. That's good enough. Alright, so there's that. I'm satisfied with this courtyard. Next, not this one, that's a little too hilly. This is all like low density, that'll be a little tricky. This one's not though. Quite the gap in here. There's nothing to do with it though, so we'll grass it up. I don't feel like nudging this stuff. They can have some alleys. I mean, we'll still give them junipers where appropriate, but ooh, that's a nice parking lot. I don't want to grass that. There's a little bit of grass, I suppose, but your actual car is pavement, so it won't sink. Grass goes out into the sidewalk, but you know, maybe that part's a little less maintained. Alright, looking good. Hand me my juniper tool. Make sure we're still on... Yeah, well, 474 we ran it up to 5 because I accidentally wiped out the .74 today. It's a little too narrow, we won't do that one. I can't nudge that, but if I nudge this over... Jesus, we're gonna have to be a little more aggressive with our saves tonight, because like the power grid's not in Skylines, but the power grid around my apartment's relatively robust, but I don't want to have to redecorate this shit. I don't want to lose more than like 10 or 15 minutes. We're on Stinkenheim 12, right? Yeah, so this is Stinkenheim 13. Really don't want to backstep for all these saves, but
the city's #1 source for
it's important to
music
save
all
them
over
so
the
we can
city
put them in a
itself.
museum. In case anyone ever needs to know, what was Stinkenheim like before he finished it? Well, there's 37 separate saves, don't you worry. You can relive the saga yourself. That's right, on the sidewalks, so no junipers for you, but there's room for you. It's a real shame these zonable pathways don't have any decorations like benches or trees, but... I see you. I see you inside the fucking sidewalk. Anybody else that doesn't belong? Well, you don't. All right, this block's good to go. Just get some trees. Maybe some saplings there because it's too narrow for anything big. One plain tree because you shouldn't be here, and neither should you. Right on the corner there, a little shade if that's where you parked your car. Maybe a crab apple would land on it if you're unlucky, but don't fucking park there then, dum-dum. You're gonna be a baby about this. More shade. I want maybe a little sapling. I think those are specifically for going on roads. Yeah. I feel that that's a manicured tree. I don't know if a tree would naturally grow like that. Just a crown. Yeah, I kind of want to fill this in, and I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because we decided to expand after the fact, so I feel this might become block later when there's a little more demand, so that might be the final expansion of Rockfield. Is the electricity not more important? We do need to do the electricity, but I don't want to leave this task unfinished. So we're going to finish detailing this neighborhood, and then we'll go expand our power production. Because we don't actually generate power in this village, so they're two separate tasks. And then, yeah, I don't think there's really a need to detail these low-density ones on the outskirts. Because this is all low-density, I'm not going to detail this either. But I am going to detail this one, which does have some low-density. Cover up the hill here a little bit, but again, it's a small hill, so that's okay. This is one of the bad houses. This is one of those abandoned American houses, or like a rundown one, and I don't want that sort of architecture in Rockfield, so we can't remove it because of the way I set the themes up, but we can bulldoze it until we get a nice European-looking house. Why is this not filled in? I have residential demand, too. Can I get you? No, I can't get over there. This was a quicker block, but why? What's the zoning problem? What's going on here? Did I disable it? Oh, well, there's your problem. But... Oh, right, I think we made this low density because I'm very worried about the elevation, but we're going to risk it. The fuck are you building on? Oh, over here, okay. So that might fill in, interestingly. And we can't landscape that until it actually fills in, because we don't know what these houses will look like, so that block's done for now. That one's done, and then, you know what? I feel there's not going to actually be a lot of detailing here in North Rockfield for now. I don't think this hilly terrain really suits the manicured lawns, so I don't really want to landscape this. I don't want to landscape this either for the same reason. This one's rising quite a bit. Probably just figure out what to do here. And then we'll work our way down to the railroad and, yeah, revisit this with another alley expansion, I'm sure. And then we could put this pedestrian path here to the bridge, but we discourage bridge with these pedestrian overpasses. So people really shouldn't be in a rush to walk across the bridge anymore. It's more for cars, or just if you want to walk across the bridge. It's kind of quick, but it's not a shortcut. If you're near the bridge, it's a good way to get around. Yeah, I really don't want to do any landscaping. I just want to... Well, I want to do the landscaping, not the urban detailing. So this is going to be relatively wooded since we are going up into the hills where we were thinking about a forestry industry, but maybe there was a problem. The terrain was too hilly, or maybe some sort of asshole caterpillar was in the trees and they decided not to go chopping. Where's these London plane trees? Get some higher coverage here. There we go. Now we can start to make this train track. Well, let's start here actually. We're gonna try to mask the edge with bushes, and then we have some other low cover to make it look more natural. My one problem with the bushes is you actually can't rotate the bush brush. I'm not sure why. Get some bushes. A rock might fit in here. Maybe that's why they split the track so much, as there was a rock they didn't feel the need to dig up. And you can start to get some low cover to further mask the hill, while still making it look hilly. Like we don't completely lose the elevation shift this way, with this low ground cover. And I think that really came together. Wowie. Look at that. Just some overgrowth. Maybe put a tree right in the center since they didn't bother to cut it down. So that was able to thrive. And another bush. Look at that. Okay. I like that. I'm not sure what to do with this big opening. But then kind of the same thing, right? Ooh, you put a bush right by the bridge. That bush is too big. Do I have anything smaller? I do like the undergrowth around the bridge, though. Let's get these flowered bushes for a little color variation. That's nice. Bush. Bush here. Maybe some of the smaller bushes. A little bush. See you, man. That's a big bush, so that would be probably around... Nah, it wouldn't grow right into the bridge because it wouldn't get enough light, right? So... But yeah, then we can just mask this. Where the dirt meets the grass, we can mask that with those undergrowth assets. A little one. Are you floating? Unfortunately, you are. That's not as nice. Let's double back over here then and see if we can tidy things up. Yep. Those are just straight up hovering, so let's move it because by the way they work, they'll even when they clip a little bit, they'll still look pretty sharp. Did you just snap back? Son of a bitch! It just snapped back! Well, some of these are way too massive for this plan to work. It's a little floaty, but we can live with it. Too.
Let's enjoy this exquisite selection. Beautiful. I think we have a moment, so let's go to the listener emails and see what they have to say. Here's one. Will you ever play any music featuring drum machine? Well, listen, I don't. So, you see, I find it's much more pleasing to listen to the sound that the drum produces when struck.
Wow.
Rather than the
Some of these guys do not like hills, which is a shame because that was my whole strategy. I think rocks like hills, but I, again, did not get that rock asset that I've spoken about on several occasions. I don't want it too close to the train tracks. They probably wouldn't let that one fly.
This one is for you.
Can I get anything like a younger tree growing over here? There we go. Yeah, that's... It's not wall-to-wall plants, but there's something going on here, and then we can get some sparse cover here. I like that. Just that little bit of cover gave it a lot of character. Alright, this fucking lightning is wearing the shit out of me. We're gonna just be overwriting Stinkenheim 13 though. Yeah, man, wow, that looks really nice. Just that little cover. Let's get some over on this side now. Ah, we won't worry about that over there. Let's not get too carried away here. We do still need to add that power, don't we? Let's just focus on this segment. Between the pedestrian bridges, we'll say, is what I care about. Yeah, the anarchy is the sky's the limit with the prop anarchy stuff, Justin. It's crazy. I don't like this shitty little tree. Get out of here. Beat it, kid. Bush. Yeah, just the bush with the undergrowth, I think. Just a nice little set piece. It's a nice tree, but it's I feel it's way too big. But I don't care. Get some of those flower bushes as well. Just a little color to break up the green. Same thing here. We haven't used this bush yet. Whoops. Ah, that guy's a little too stout. This is a nice one. There's nothing here. Why don't I have anything here? Oh, I think I had columnar trees here at one point, didn't I? Yeah, where'd my columnar trees go? The pedestrian pathway must have deleted it somehow. Or did I decide against it? Because it made the subway station look a little too overdeveloped. I can't recall. Give me some bushes right here, and then a little ground cover, I think. No, give me that bushy ground cover. There we go. All right. I admittedly got a little lazy over here, but I think this really adds a lot to it. And just a little bit of ground cover that we sprinkled everywhere. And I feel this needs to be denser. Not that split trunk though, I feel that's too unique looking of a tree. Now what the fuck am I gonna put in here then? Fits in. Maybe some conifers. This is conifer country. Like I mentioned, though, I don't think deciduous and coniferous really get along. But I feel those other trees are a little too busy. They might also have a higher poly count, so I don't want to get too fucking carried away slamming them down everywhere. These vanilla coniferous trees are probably fine, though, because, I mean, they had to put this on console, and you can't just go jamming expensive shit on a console game and run like shit. There. That's nice. Can't unpause it, though, because we do have to build that power complex. That's really it for detailing for now, right? Because we had a bunch of neighborhoods that were low density. We rezoned this alley, which needs to get repopulated. And then this thing is, I mean, there's the demand for it, but let's come back to it. Let's come back to it later. Got our pedestrian overpasses. We've got our 2 pharmacies. Alright, so where the fuck are we going to put our power generation complex? Because it can't be in Stenchburg, because Stenchburg's going to get redeveloped, so we'll have to redevelop it. It can't be in Woodgrove, because that's part of Rockfield. Rockfield's got too much going on already. I make $13,000 a week. That'll fluctuate, I'm sure, even with all this new, the wool. Maybe we export a valuable merino wool. Although, I mean, it gives the people something to do. We could put the power complex over here. Just really lean into Rockfield Crossing being a powerhouse. There's a lot of hills back here. I feel maybe I should put a forestry industry. I mean, we could have 2 separate ones, right? We could have a Rockfield forestry, and then we could also have some forestry over in the university town. They could be 2 separate industries that supply the city with lumber. Yeah, I think we were going to put our power generation complex as part of Rockfield, because then we can do some infill later on as the town grows. So I don't want this. Probably a country road. Might want to check my ground pollution. That's a good point. The factories do ground pollute, but I'm not sure if that actually affects the farms. I thought the farms kind of do their own thing. The flour mill just barely touches, and to be honest, this is just for show. If this was totally fucking over a large field, I'd be worried, but they're just touching smalls. Smalls barely touches a medium. This is fine. We're good. Alright, so let's start mapping out a power generation complex, which is really a solar power plant, maybe a geothermal. And then you could put the incinerator there, but that's too much traffic, because we got to be careful with traffic coming across those railroad tracks and just flooding into the like less busy part of Rockfield. A bus stops here, so I probably don't want a lot of traffic. Probably here, because then they can just turn down onto, what the fuck is this street called? Edward. And that'll get them on the highway if they don't work here. And they're just commuting in, so let's get a country road. I love these country roads. Can't zone on a national road, but you can zone on a country road. Is this a country road? It is. We want anarchy off because we need to actually go through this train crossing. That is a good junction too. No messy texture stuff. I like it. And then you're not really going into too much traffic. It looks good. Alright. So yeah, the solar updraft tower is fucking amazing. $2,000 for 200. Is it 2,000 for 240? Yeah, it's a little bit more cost effective than 2 solar power plants. The power generation facility would really just be 2 solar power plants, though. That sucks. There's gotta be something else I can put over there. What's this? That's that wave power plant. What do we have here for industry? Is there anything I can put over there? No, not really, because it'll just generate traffic. Now I don't know. Now I don't know where I want to put it. What's this? The Waste Disposal Unit. Modern Japan Content Creator Pack. Okay. This is just a Japanese incinerator. I mean, we don't want that. Yeah, no, fucking Christ, man. I'm drawing a blank on how to do this now, because it's going to be... Well, we could move the geothermals over, because right now we have a couple in this utilities district that we're going to decommission. So I have one, 2, and then we could also put a water treatment plant here too as well, because we do have some sewage. We have a sewage shortfall compared to water generation. Okay, yeah. Did they change the regular solar? It used to say no production at night. I think with nightlight they had to change it because it's too useful. But yeah, it's like it... Batteries, or whatever it says, batteries hold enough juice to keep it running at the nighttime. And we could put a couple offices here. Just to kind of give it that look that there's like a complex of some sort. But we actually don't have any offices on Rockfield. I feel it's more of a, you know, a workers' town. Maybe not any offices. And I'm not sure if we have any offices that suit this style, so... If we don't, we will not be adding offices to our power area here. Let's just slap it all down. We can use the move tool to get it looking a little bit sharper. Ooh, dirt. Again, we can dirt this up so it fits in a little more. And let's get these geothermals dragged over. I don't think a lot of people work at the geothermal, like a couple dozen or so maybe. So... And then, yeah, that looks okay. And then I kind of want to put a water tower over here next to the water treatment plants, but I don't think they play nice.
Where we harp on
It just looks like it would fit.
and flout the flautists.
Oh, speaking of, putting a water tower down for decoration would be perfect out here, right? Let's just make sure we have no water pollution. Yep, we can put one right there. Are you part of this? Or you're for decoration? Fucking perfect. That looks nice. And it looks like that's his water tower. That might not be enough for all these farms, realistically, but it's a little something to give some elevation. You could actually probably climb up there and see over the forest into the village, if you wanted to. And then this is going to take some doing to make it look fanciful. It does kind of look weird out here, but maybe it's a newer development, right? But how am I going to do this? I do want them there, but they're in the way. I can't think straight. Let's move them. We have $8 million, so we can afford a little bit of cash. Oh, $13,000. Move it brick by brick. There we go. Okay, so... the geothermal could be up here. And then we'd have the solar, and then... I don't know. You could do a warehouse that doesn't store anything. That might give it a little character. Only costs $100 a week. So maybe that's where they store the heavy equipment that they repair the solar panels with, for example. End of the road here. Actually, let's give that a bit of a bend. Let's give that a bit of a bend. That's the wrong road. What the fuck am I building? I do have storage, yep. I'll show it to you just to prove myself right. We've got, that's the bus depot. This is where we store our flour. This is where we store our animal products. This is, son of a bitch, where do we put the donuts? We don't have one for donuts. All the more reason to develop this into a small industrial park. We can move this boulder because we're God. I think we'll do that. All right. One problem at a time, but this is a problem, apparently. We have to redo this industrial park. But let's get this. And we're actually, unless because it's paused, we're still short, and we're going to be even shorter once I demolish all that shit over by Whisper Gorge. You know what? We shouldn't use this, because that's just generating traffic into Stenchburg. Although I think people... people in Stenchburg might be consuming these animal products, but this is just making people drive all the way out there and we don't need them to. So we'll bulldoze that, and then we'll keep an eye on our... I won't put the water tower, but I will build a treatment plant, which might not make any fucking sense out here, but it's just another industrial building to give it a sort of look like something's up. It would be really nice to have one of these next to like a nuclear power plant, because I know the nuclear plant consumes a lot of water. It's another sort of miscellaneous building we can have here. I mean, yeah, we have the Japanese incinerator, but That's massive, and it's going to make all our garbage trucks go through the nice part of town and get caught on the subway train. I just want people passing through on their commute, and it's going to be a very limited amount of people. So let's just get to the landscaping now. I think we've got enough. We can do some prop placements for the rest, I believe. Surface paint is this one. Wow, I should have been using this sooner. I guess now that we're in the country, it's not as bad if I accidentally paint over something I don't mean to. There's some more dirt over here, though, that we can use. Dokey. Try to give it a bit of a curvy look. It's actually very squared off because of the brush size we've gone with. Oh shit. There we go. Pavement here. Try to just round it off a little bit here. Alright, that just made it even more square. Okay. Looks a little weird, but it's new. Where's that gigantic one? There she is. Can I get something smaller? Yes. Okay, and then a bit of the bush treatment along the edges. It's like it's actually killing off the farmland when I do this. That's interesting. Too many props, maybe it's not allowed to be fertile. Look at that. You seeing it? You seeing the grass get stripped away? We're not putting any farmland over here, so this is fine. This is completely okay by me. It's just an interesting interaction there.
You're listening to the classics, the home of music that looks as good on paper as it sounds when played through an oboe.
Just give me some rocks, I feel. This big one there. Maybe an interesting formation here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, maybe the ground here was too hard. Although the ground here was too hard, so they did the solar panels. But it says that there's a fucking giant battery underground, so there goes that. There goes that fan theory of how we've done this. Try to like patchwork the last of this boundary with these kids. Look at that. Maybe some bushes or trees before we stop. And then, of course, the completely flat grass texture all around. It's a little weird, but... Bush. That bush is too small. I need a bigger bush. There we go. There's a fucking bush. Okay, so we got the water treatment. You're not allowed to store anything. I guess we'll say crops, but keep it empty. Because then they should never fill it up. I guess, you know, it'd be animal products, because we're never allowed to store crops in this, alright. Oh, never let it fill up. Well, that's actually no bonus sewage, we just moved it over. How are we doing on electricity now? We're not gonna brown out, but we're still shy. Whoa, nope, it just had to turn on. Holy fuck. Power's not gonna be a problem for a little bit. Now, why do you not have water? Because I didn't actually run any out. I don't know why the solar power plant would need water, but I guess people work there and their toilets need to work, so... Let's do a little bit of baby decorations, though, because you can see there's some interesting props out there we might be able to use to add some character. Not connected to the main city. You're right, Justin. Just a little bit off, but we can use our little telegraph line, which I think will look really nice out here. I think it'll look really nice. What was I doing? Props. Specifically something like this. Unfortunately, I don't know a way to elevate these, so we can't do like a real container maze, but... I do want to put containers in here, but I'm worried they'll actually try to fill that place up and will clip weird. The solar power plants work by boiling water into steam. I thought that's the updraft tower. Antennas. And I do want a toll booth here because you shouldn't come out this way. It's this side. You have no business out here by the power plant. I think that's pretty sharp. Bit of a power problem because we didn't fix it like I said we would. So, you know what? I want that to be right on the road. Some of these are fucking super complicated looking. I don't like this fucking monstrosity. I mean, it is all the power coming from the power plant, but I don't like that. What we'll do is we'll put these little transformers here as well. I want one here. And I guess we want one here, which this one would face the road. Oh yeah, this guy's way too short. I don't know. This one. Oh yeah, look at that fucking dude. Oh no. Because we're using anarchy to make it do dumb shit, it's not placing the power poles. That's the problem with these power pole mods in my experience, is if you use anarchy, they clip and they don't place their supports, which is the whole point. Then let's see if I can use move it and not break it. Don't break, please. Love it. Perfect. There is a mod that will power everything without lines. Yeah, I really don't like the high tension lines. I don't mind some, like, these are nice little non-invasive looking ones. And then if you're super interested in realism, you would want power lines at some point, but I think things like this are a nice compromise. Here come the trains, which will make you wait. The crosswalk comes down. Oh, look, some of these people actually are willing to walk to work at the solar power plant. That's nice. Okay. So we finished North Rockfield. We have our power little complex out here in the wilderness. Maybe we should tree it up, because it's already kind of wooded here. They clearly had to clear some ground, but not all of it. Yeah, look at those trees. It probably because it's switching it from farmland to lush forest for the lumber industry. And then, I mean, I do want this to, but they would have cleared it a little bit for the power lines.
You're listening to the classics, and I've just got some mail from one of our listeners, Todd H. Why did Johann Sebastian Bach throw out his harpsichord? Because it was Baroque. Todd, a noble effort, but J.S. Bach loved his harpsichord and would never have thrown it out.
And then
as
they
it would
do
have
need a
almost
lot of
certainly
clearance, I'm
been
sure, on the
dismantled and
train
used as
tracks. So
firewood by the
let's
countless
not get
peasants
any
of Lancashire.
wacky overhang.
Anywho, you're listening to the classics, where if it is Baroque, then don't fix it.
I feel like Snap placed that one too close to the tracks. Oh, it looks fine. Alright. Let's get some steam trees going now. I feel these London plane trees wouldn't necessarily grow out in nature, but I mostly like them because they're tall, but see, now we've gone from a like a sort of desert peel to now it's just like a clearing in the forest that they built. Some Norfolk pines. These things are fucking gargantuan. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I like it. And then, yeah, this sliver doesn't really do anything, so that could be landscape. This could be landscape. Well, this is going to be a block, remember. One day. Well, maybe now, right? We finished the power trouble. Oh, there's a delivery. He's delivering animal products. So no, this is making truck traffic go through the city. I don't like that. We'll just make it a resource that doesn't exist. Petroleum. Then it might throw an error that it can't find any petroleum. Don't you fucking dare import any. Alright, never import it. They'll import if it even on empty? Shit. I can go off. But then we'll get this. Maybe, as long as it doesn't tell me it's off, because I don't fucking care. Just set it to none. Just set it to none. Good call. As long as this building doesn't give us any warnings, that's a nice look. Multiple problems, I don't care though. Alright, Rockfield is looking good. Quick traffic check. Any trouble on the main drag? No. Heather Murray Street. Let's cobble this. People won't bike across the bridge. Let's just cobble this. There we go. And then I could try to put a cobbled decal on this, or I think I have something that maybe might do it. Is it ground or is it network? I think it's a path. And then we just draw a cobblestone path over top of it. Where did I see it? I swore I had one. Oh, it was a fence. There it is. Decorative network, cobblestone paving inspired. But it's... Nope, the bridge is too narrow and it's a slope, so never mind. This isn't even Stenchburg hell, this is Rockfield hell. I would call this heaven, though. Look at this beautiful landscaping. Well, don't look over here. This part of Rockfield doesn't count. Man, I thought the train stuff was going to give us a lot of headaches, but this looks really nice. And we did it relatively quick. I guess we didn't decorate this side of the hill, though, did we? Well, I guess we're going back in. Oh, that's a big fucking tree. Just wanted some bushes. Bush. It's a shame the ground cover clips through the tracks, because I would like it if the tracks culled it somehow. That one's not clipping too much, though. What about this? Nope, that's definitely floating like a wizard placed it. And then, I mean, we could put ground cover over this, but... Because, you know, no one uses that track right now, so maybe it's overgrown, but then we're right back where we started once we start using the track. Alright, this part of the dirt is going to be a little too much to landscape, and I'm just not in the mood for that right now. We'll probably revisit this stretch when we add a cargo train one day. Yeah, perfect. This isn't taking anything. These are just accepting the workers. That's cleaning the water for us. Okay. 25,000 people. But we do gotta make room for those 5,000 people somewhere on what we have, and then we can buy that tile for the university town, and that's gonna be our next big project. Also, getting over there is gonna be our next big project, because we have to do a highway interchange that goes through fucking railroad tracks. People still might work at the warehouse, which is good. That's still jobs. It's like 5 or 6 people that commute out there, so this road looks a little realistic with the traffic flow. But apparently people also love biking out into the forest. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are willing to walk out here. Wow. I don't want to give them a bus because I don't know where they come from. Because Rockfield's pretty big, and I don't think they'll take a bus to the subway station then transfer out here. The Umber residents. He rode his bike from here all the way there. They might take a bus. Rockfield Power Co. though. That's actually, let's make that a district. Just so the name will appear. Does literally nothing. Rockfield Power Co. What are the policies here? Maybe we can get something for industrial power. Filter industrial waste. No, because these are ploppables. None of this is grown. But still, you know. Rockfield Power Company. It's out here. Here comes the train. Well... And they wait. They're not fucking mad lads that run across the tracks. They watched the videos when they were a kid. They know. They know they'll die. This looks really weird. I didn't know I had high density here. In fact, I don't like it. Get the fuck out of there. What does this go? Are you investigating a crime? Or are you just patrolling? Good. Someone out here stealing all this sun. He's charging his iPhone for free. Get him. Just patrolling the power company. Okay, yeah. He should be turning back into Rockfield, and that's when we'll part ways. Okay, see you, man. So what's next? Yeah, maybe shove a few more people right in here. Try to make it work. We'll lose some nice houses. But I want to come down off this. No, because we have to get a good loop. That's good. Not far enough, though. That's nice. Just a little bit of extra density. These guys actually live right on the train track, so that might be a fucking disaster. But I need more taxpayers. Yeah, Wolf, they are right on it. We can actually curve this so it sort of mirrors that, and then they branch off over here. Yeah, I think we can just give them some room. Gives them a little bit of breathing room. Bridge gets a little messy, but oh well. Give them a pipe so the toilets work. There you go. Come on in, fellas. Is there a law that forbids chickens in urban areas? Yes, bylaw 764. Please don't do that. They're unsanitary living conditions and it annoys your neighbors. Have some courtesy. Yeah, I feel bus use has dropped off. Did I trim down these bus lines? I can't remember. I didn't. Nobody takes the fucking bus anymore, so we can trim down a lot of these buses. Not that we're hurting for money, but I feel maybe for a town this size, they shouldn't have like 15 articulated buses on the road at one time. Car trips save 94%. This is an indicator of how well the line performs at making car owners prefer public transportation. Wow, that's an amazing stat. Show me Rockfield northbound though. %, so not as many people prefer the northbound. Apparently the southbound really fucking makes people not drive. That's a crazy difference between the two though. But really, as long as the bridge doesn't get congested, that's a good sign for the traffic in Rockfield. Very walkable city. Look at this. Man, how do these people grow their city so fast? I feel we're adding a lot of density, and the town's not even growing that quickly. Like, this thing holds... almost 50 people live in this house, in one little house. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm really happy with how Rockfield turns out. Nice, organic-looking shape, not very British. Got the farmland here, the power company here, and then maybe we can run an overpass here and then have a forestry up in the hills perhaps one day, but I think for now we'll put our forestry over there in the university town, which that'll be quite interesting. We'll probably have to run a train out there for people, for it to be reasonable for people from Stinkenheim and Rockfield Crossing to go to university out there. They'd have to commute. When's the next milestone? Our milestone's 30,000. Which is it's a real whammy for this, because it lets us purchase this tile and it unlocks the universities. This place is a bit of a disaster. Not terribly. Yeah, can you guys, like, just let the other guys go? Holy fuck. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, actually. I just fucking realized this is the problem. I don't need the eyedropper. I need this. You go here. And you guys always go here. Just do it like a merging lane. Stop sign on Broad Avenue? I think there isn't a stop sign, is it? Or are they yielding? They're yielding. The stop sign might make it a little more aggressive so they stop getting in the fucking way. But let's try this. Because the problem is the guys turning are blocking the people going the exact same way. Try this. Still a little bit of a crisscross spaghetti there, but they should smarten up a little bit. I hope. No. This definitely needs to be a fucking stop sign. It's this. This is what fucking infuriates me, where they just inch their way out in the intersection. Oh, jeez, is it my turn to go? Oh, sorry. You fucking know what you did. You jam-causing fuck. I feel I shouldn't let you. I feel you should be forced to turn right, and then you just have to turn around. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. You shouldn't fucking go this way. Like, where do you think you're going? You're going to the print shop. Where are you going? You're going... Okay, most of these guys are actually trying to... You tourist, fuck you. Truck. There's a lot of exports. Alright, yeah, we're doing this. We're gonna... You're not allowed to turn. A little less spaghetti there. But now this is starting to back up because they have to wait their fucking turn. They stop even if there's no incoming traffic. A little bit cleaner, but this might have just kicked the can down the road to the roundabout. This is a big roundabout, though. I feel it can absorb the traffic. Those beautiful markings we did last time. Seems like it's absorbing so far. It's crazy to see the Redmond Expressway so busy, though. It sucks when traffic gets jammed up, but it's really nice to see it flow. Give the highway priority. Is there something about this I don't know? Am I missing something? This means priority, doesn't it? You're a little backed. Oh boy. Nope, that's parking, thank God. This is also parking. Okay, so you're a little backed up, but that might just be from when we were trying to sort it out. Let's just make sure the roundabout hasn't exploded, and it hasn't. I think we're good. Let's check one last time, because I think I maybe have a lane. Yeah, they shouldn't be turning into these guys. They should be taking the sharp turn to give way. There. Now, it's just these guys. If you're turning onto Broad, which... Don't fucking do that. Problem solved. Now nobody's getting in anybody's way. If you have to turn left here, don't, and just get off at the Stenchburg Bridge instead, which you can. You go this way, and then you loop around, and then you're on the bridge here. Not the cleanest. Something's going on. Let's not look at it for now. Oopsie. Let's just let this keep flowing. So this is nice and clean, though, but it looks like we've caused a disaster on the Stenchburg Bridge. And I don't know how or why. These guys right here, they need to yield. Oh, that's interesting. Purple, I don't want you there. I want you here. Because you're in this guy's way. that better? Looks a little better. Oh, I see people fighting over turns. I don't like that. It's a little tidier. Okay, this is starting to calm the fuck down. Need that bridge to drain. Okay, who did that? This isn't... Oh, that's why. No, wait, don't fucking U-turn here. There's no reason for this. These can all be one-ways. Some lane mathematics, or at least merging the turning lanes, should fix this. I want... What is this weird curb? So one way with parking spaces on one side. Absolutely not. I just want a two-lane one-way. Honestly, even industrial would be fine. Fucked up our marking. That did not salvage our marking. And then this is also... Yeah, I don't think it's possible to do this. So this is... Oh, this is if people come off the bridge and they want to go here, but there's no reason to go here. This is just for... Let me see, you turn this way. And then you're going here. No, this is... So this can be two-way because people need to get to these factories, but all this other shit can be a one-way road. This is just the way out of Stenchburg. And then... You know what? I don't like that. The road looks a little too fatigued compared to everything else. Okay, and then you guys merge. This can be a one-way, one lane. Nah, you know what? I don't mind this. I don't mind the little median thing we have going on. Okay. And then... Yeah, really this should be just a one lane, whatever though. Nobody should really be getting in anybody's way now, but this bridge still has a huge... Oh boy. Hopefully that drains. We might need to reset the traffic. It might have been fucked up for too. Hello? What do I see here? People going where they shouldn't. This is when you would want the dedicated turning lane, but remember we can't do... Actually, we might be able to do a 6-lane. 3 and 2 asymmetrical. No, yeah, because we don't need 3 lanes on this side, because that's worthless. We just need 3 lanes here. Stay in the goddamn turning lane. You can merge later. Ideally on this hairpin curve. That's also a hill. Did I not network toolkit you? I feel you should be less deadly. It's marginally less deadly. Oh, I don't like that. That better be because I just changed it. Where you going? The wizard store? He's from Canville, as in can do anything I fucking want, apparently. Holy hell. Yeah, there's some magic there. Let's not worry about it for now. There's crosswalks here. That's not helping us. Crosswalks cause hesitation. And because this is kind of an important turn... Let's widen it. Blue and red. There we go. So she's going pretty smooth. Got a lot of cars we have to suck up, though, from that bridge. Oh! Looks like it's mostly calmed down. Did I widen the corners on the Dixon Place roundabout? I don't think so. What the hell happened here? Just go, dude! You seem confused, so I'm just going to have you killed because I can do that. I'm the mayor. Everybody else is on their way. Fucking hippies. There's some oddness going on here that we might need to visit, but Todd Dixon Place might not survive the new Stinkenheim development plan,
good
right?
on paper as it sounds when played through a notebook.
The right lane is not being used, yeah. Maybe, yeah, this should just be a one lane. I feel the roads start to look a little weird when you get way too carried away with the, You go there, obviously there's nowhere else you can go, is there? And then you go here, and then merges, and then yeah, these blue guys, unfortunately, they do have to grab a new turn. It's great to see it though. Look at that zipper merging. Let me in. Wow, that is smooth as butter. Not like these fucking roundabouts where they're like, beep, beep, I gotta get in, please, and he's blocking half the fucking lane. Like, oh no, after you, dude. After you. That seems incredibly smooth. It might be because we go from a 3 to a 2 and they're just very nice about it. Holy shit, look at that. That's crazy to see. That's beautiful. This bridge is fucking pretty happening, but it's starting to clean out. Looks pretty clean. Dare I look at that entrance roundabout? Crowley Circle looks okay. Over here, also good. Good. This is good. 80. I was hoping for 82 or 83, apparently. We've got some trouble somewhere keeping us... Actually, it might not be trouble. It might just be a dense intersection. Anything in Rockfield giving me a headache? Nope. Love it. North Rockfield also safe. And then the farmland's a breeze because we have this highway here. It's a shame I can't wrap my head around how to paint this intersection because there's a lot of open space. That is looking good. I am glad about 80% traffic, because if I'm not mistaken... what the hell happened here? Oh, you fucking tricky shit. Because we replaced the road type, which changed the zoning rules. Clever girl. 25. We're almost at 26,000. Squeezing in that population because this block's finished now. Looking good. Let's landscape it. When my anarchy's off. I mean, I understand, damn it. I didn't mean to, but we turned that one piece of grass into a procedural object. It's like once a day I do that now. Because I've yet to bother to look up how procedural objects works. Yet I keep it installed like a fool. If I understand it, the reason I installed it was because I'm under the impression you can grab the vertices and like change its shape. So instead of being a square, we could make it like any sort of polygon to better suit curves and angles. But instead, I just accidentally turned into a procedural object, and I'm not sure how to select it to delete it, so it just floats wherever the fuck I put it. Oops. And then I'm not going to landscape over there. All right, now we need a fence. And I don't even know how we're going to do this one. Good enough for that block. And then I don't like this curve. Let's try to clean that up. That's a big node though, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fucking gargantuan node. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, except for this now. We're getting better with this freeform tool, though, and, well, adjusting as well, so that looks like a little less dumb of a curve. That one's pretty close to the tracks, though, so fucking keep your baby away from that. And we'll leave that open. We don't want to get too caught up in Rockfield. Although, yeah, we're almost at 26,000, but we do need to find a way to shove 4,000 more people into the city before we can buy our new village. Is this suburb's pretty underdeveloped? Let's check our city vitals. Power's good. Sewage is still in danger. Cemetery usage, but we have more than enough room in the crematorium. So my main concern is people in Rockfield dying, and their bodies aren't sent to Stinkenheim to be burned. Whoops. Well, while I try to let my brain figure out what to do next, Historic Waterfront was our next project, wasn't it? But also, let's see what Rockfield looks like at nighttime. See some of these buildings light up. The streets are relatively dark because we have the widely spaced old-timey lights. Not this bus lane, though, which I accidentally forgot to do because it's the main road. But again, it's the main road and those are all shops, so I guess that's fine for some visibility. It's a newer part of the village, perhaps. Look at that. Even the Rockfield Power Co. is lit up a little bit at night. Not too much, but... 7 a.m. I like that. A little bit of a foggy morning look. So I feel this Rockfield is maybe 6,000 people. It should tell us actually, right? 8,000 people live in Rockfield. That's a nice small town size, I think. So Stinkenheim is like the county name. Technically, it's the whole map, which we might be able to rename it. City information. I can rename the whole city if I want to. But yeah, technically the whole map is the name of your city. Although I don't know if the original intention when they made the game was to make several small villages, but I think that'll be a good approach for us to have some interesting stories and also for the map to look a little more organic as these villages slowly merge together over time. Which will be tricky though. We picked a fairly hilly map and I'm not a city skyline expert, so best to get out of your comfort zone right away then I guess, rather than you end up with just this big flat grid super city. Man, I was only thinking like 6,000 people. 8,600 people live in Rockfield. For my intentions, Stinkenheim is this. So it's like the greater metropolitan area surrounding Stinkenheim. But eventually we'll absorb this and then Rockfield would be a suburb of Stinkenheim. But for scale, it's probably the whole county. Alright, I liked it, but it's actually kind of hard to see what I'm doing at 7 a.m., so let's make it like lunchtime. Let's make it like afternoon siesta, 2 o'clock. Man, I win the most attractive city award a lot. I might just give it to myself, because I'm up my own ass about that kind of thing. 8,600 people. I don't know if I want to shove any more people in here now after seeing that, but... I mean, I think we need the jobs, but we could start to decommission Stenchburg. It's crazy because this is all zoned still. Like, I don't know why they won't fill it in. But there's some weird Stenchburg zoning policies I don't know about. Smoke detector, recycling, encourage biking, filter industrial waste. I don't think this pisses anybody off. Why won't they move in? It costs extra per building. It doesn't affect their desirability, though. There's plenty of city services, right? Yeah, you're max level. There's a high noise pollution indicator, but I don't think people care about noise unless it's residential. Looks like the traffic did calm down, though. Let's see if that got us over 81, though. We've been letting it simulate for a bit. 82. I think 83 is our high water mark. It's very hard to get above 83, it seems. Yeah, I don't know, man. We could put a very small village here, but I think this is just going to be infill from New Stenchburg, because New Stenchburg will probably, like, go here and then kind of follow the expressway for a little bit, through the parkway. Parkways are supposed to, like I said, I'm pretty sure parkways aren't supposed to have heavy truck traffic, and for the most part it looks like they don't, now that we gave Woodgrove the ability to lead this way. So most of them do prefer the shortest route off the map. Let's landscape this while I continue to brainstorm what I'm going to do next. Historic Waterfront, which we won't be able to fit too many people in there. That'll mostly be for decoration. That'll be like a riverside sort of thing. And it'll fortunately will probably convince more tourists they should come visit my town, which is fucking awful. We can unlock some unique buildings by leveraging our tourism industry, but the tourists are going to be a pain in the ass. All right, we're going to pause it because I think we'll have to reimagine our power situation here. Holy shit, do not delete that highway. Hold it down so it's the same type we're deleting. Perfect. And I could build some offices. Like I was saying, is we don't have any offices in Rockfield because that doesn't really suit that area. But we can have some more offices in Stinkenheim and New Stenchburg, which, by the way, is what we're calling the district. We're just calling it New Stenchburg. Because I think that's fitting. And I kind of want to divide this. Maybe just some bushes. I don't know. Because it's too narrow for, like, actual forest. We should slowly fill this in because I really do like the idea of Rockfield being a wooded area. So this will, you know, fill this in, fill all this stuff in. So it's like you're driving through a pine forest with alder trees as well for some reason. Yeah, hopefully we can pivot some of our industrial demand from Stenchburg into offices. I'm also hoping that we can absorb most of this industrial demand when we build our university town because they'll have a lumber mill. You know what? No, I'm going to wing it. I'm going to try to shove some trees in there. Like I said last time, I feel we maybe should have the ditch, but maybe we'll just pretend there's a ditch. We'll just pretend that dirt shoulder's good enough for the high-speed collisions. People here are nice drivers for the most part. Shouldn't be getting in any accidents. Nice low insurance premiums. I need another pass of conifers. There's a lot of open space still that I don't want to make all alders. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not trying to completely screen you from the highway when you're on this, but I want it to look like maybe they preserved some of the woodland when they were laying out this on-ramp.
I think we have a moment, so let's go to the listener emails and see what they have to say.
Yeah, I like it. I really like the highway going through the forest. I think that'll be a really nice aesthetic as we fill it out moving forward. This was going to be an industrial park reimagining, remember?
You see, I find it's much
But also
more
there's
pleasing
no
to
power.
listen to
Well,
the sounds
technically,
that drum
a lot of
producers
power is
when
being generated by the
stopped,
Rockfield Power Co., but
rather
they're not
than
sending
the
that power off
manufacturing
into
process
Stenchburg
or the
anymore.
equipment on which drums are made. Next thing you know, we'll be listening to flute machines and overhead machines. I think that's one bit of modernity that we can do without.
Let's pull off
Thanks again for
this.
listening. This one is for you.
And that's how power comes in from Rockfield. So that should be fine, and it is. A lot of traffic here. But it gets, once this bus is out of the way, it'll get absorbed in pretty easily. There we go. What are we doing here, fellas? Why is everybody turning here? I don't like that. This can be an asymmetrical, frankly. I actually think I do have an asymmetrical highway, don't I? I do. It's somewhere. Where the hell is it? 2 and 1. Nope, just this. And I forbid turning. Yeah, you're not allowed to turn in there. That's where you go. That's where you go. And the bus is... I'm sure the bus will sort of... I'm not even sure the bus can go here. I think the lane's just for keeping the road wide. I think that should do it, except I said you're not allowed to turn. There's a lot of people going straight all of a sudden when they should be preferring this road. Uh-oh. What are we doing down here? Idiot convention. I think there's a few too many people. This is going to be a gross merge because people need to realize they're allowed to turn there. And that's what the problem was, okay. They just couldn't get into that turning lane in time. There's some crosswalks, which is causing hesitation. There's no fucking reason to be crossing the street out here on the edge of town next to the highway, so don't do that. These guys are also allowed to block the intersection because there's no other way to... You shouldn't be there. It's fine. I think this needs to be widened. This needs to be widened. Just this one, though, so that'll preserve this building, but this here needs to be widened. Yellow or blue? 15 blue is... Let's do 18. It's a nice roomy turn for you. Blast into town, look at that. I'd love to do some markings here, but I don't think that'll work. I think asymmetrical swapping into an intersection, there's not really a lot of intersection design you can do unless you want dashes slamming into each other all over the place. I'll decorate this, though. And it's looking good. Well, you know, there's some offsets, aren't there? suppose we can draw off the shoulder just to get it sorted. That shouldn't be crosswalk there. Again, these guys are allowed to stay in the intersection. Oh, that's supposed to be solid. Oops. Okay. I was also stuck in traffic manager there. Solid. Those roads do not quite match up. Oh, we can do this. Which is... yeah, whatever. Bike lane can't actually come out onto the highway like this, but... that's where we'll put the shoulder. We can pretend they ride their bikes on the shoulder. They don't. Actually, because you're not allowed in that bike lane, we can have the shoulder pretend it's the bike lane. Oh, that looks a little better. This one could use some drawn. Yeah, actually this shoulder connecting to the bike path is very sharp. But again, no fucking crosswalks on the edge of town. Oh, that looks dashed. Are you dead? Nope, you're solid. Just some weird LOD problem. Okay. So, Rockfield traffic's under control again. Just one little hiccup there. This is looking really nice. Probably next time we'll work on this Rockfield Industrial Park. Because, well, it's industry relative to the farmland, so it's not going to be too crazy. Just basically try to have it back on the on-ramp for the aesthetic, and then a little more woodland. And then we'll shimmy this rock over to like here, because that'll give us some more real estate. And then yeah, 8,600 people. It would help us get to our milestone, but I don't want to shove any more neighborhoods in here. Maybe Stenchburg though, but yeah, there's a lot. Like this is employing 24 people. How many people? We can just click Stenchburg. Stenchburg currently employs 1,400 jobs we'd have to recreate when we demolish Stenchburg. How many people work in Woodgrove? 1,400, so we would need an entire new Woodgrove to replace Stenchburg, which will be the lumber mill in our university town, but then we still have half a bar of industrial demand, which could be offices in the historic waterfront. Let's get that historic waterfront painted out. Because it borders Federal Square, and then it probably goes to the bridge. And then I would like to buy this tile and have it go further down the river, but we don't have tiles to spare right now, so we're not going to do that. There's some topography there that might be a problem. Technically, this is also part of the old waterfront, but we can make that government offices because it's right by Federal Square. So really, historic waterfront's just this little area. Florence Park? No, this is... the historic waterfront. There's 400 jobs in here. I think they're all commercial, and 35 people live here. So we're not going to take much of a population hit, thank God, but we're going to level all this shit. That part of the pier is gone. Need all this D-zone. And then all this is, what do we have here? Fire station. We'll worry about that later. Where's the waterfront go to? Goes to here, okay. Based on how much room I gave myself, historic waterfront, again, we can widen it later once we have spare tiles and we can buy this up, but for now it's gonna be pretty fucking cramped in here. Now let's see if I have it installed. We can use our nice... What the fuck, this isn't water? What all the water stuff? Oh, I have modular piers installed, which would help us really give that historic look, and I can't figure out where the fuck it's installed. It shouldn't be a fence. I don't think it's a network. Is it? Oh, I should have double-checked that this was installed properly. Historic waterfront kind of needs a waterfront. Modular piers, where the hell are you? We might have to scrap our historic waterfront plan and revisit it next time once I double check how how modular piers work and make sure they're fucking installed, because oops, maybe it's a park. We just have some piers. Some of these might look... Yeah, actually, these would probably much more suit the historic waterfront. Oh, I didn't think we'd get some park buildings to go with our little French style. A fountain base. That's nice. A hotel. Visitor capacity 0. Oh, okay. Ooh. I like this. We could probably put that fountain in the historic waterfront, frankly, but is there a way to put it somewhere in... No, you know, I didn't make any intersections big enough in Rockfield Crossing for a fountain. That's really nice, though. Let's just place it down to place it. Must be constructed roadside. Well, that's no fucking... It's that. Wow, it's tiny, too. Normally these unique buildings are way too fucking big.
Look it up.
Well, it fits perfectly. Not animated, but... Oh, it is animated. It's just very subtle. That's really cool. So yeah, we don't have the piers. Well, I'm pretty sure they're installed. I just can't figure out where the fuck they are. Ooh, a French post office. How big are you? You're not that big. The cable car. We don't really have... I would like to do a sort of like up on the hill neighborhood, but while the cable car to go up there would be neat, we would really need a road to come down, so... I'd like to develop up here. I have no fucking idea how to go about it. Actually, that side looks a lot flatter. Or maybe just we build a little up here and a little up here, and then a cable car goes across the river. That might be interesting. That also might be too big. Maybe that can't be supported reasonably. Historic waterfront. I really want to do it. Some weird weeb shit. Is there some French shit hidden in here? It's a little. No. It's all weeb shit. Alright, well. Looks like a historic waterfront plan's not gonna work. Because I don't have my piers. What's this? The faculty building. University students who wish to specialize in certain areas go to these faculty buildings. Each building educates Sims in one subject like astronomy, arts, biology, or law. Students can pick and choose to go to one of these buildings or main university, but each faculty building operates individually. Really? Really? It's an entire university, so you could have like a satellite campus inside Stinkenheim. Is it here? No, where the hell are these piers? You're not under road. You're under pathways. The retaining walls. Is it a rock? Because you can find some stuff hiding in rocks. Ooh, that's a nice fence. Well, darn, that is a real shame. I will try to get the modular piers mod figured out for next time, because we can have a nice actual like pier along this, so it looks more like there's multiple fisheries. Because we can build right now a fishing harbor, which requires a road, and it's kind of big, so we probably only have the one. So it'll be nice to have the more decorative piers to make it look like an actual waterfront. But for now, the historic waterfront, we just bulldozed a bunch of houses. The old town, I don't know. I'm not really sure if it's time to start developing Stinkenheim. Because I really do want to try to get to 30,000 and then do this university town, and then, like, we've got a better handle on designing neighborhoods, then we can come back to Stinkenheim and really start going for it. But I mean, yeah, because if New Stenchburg would get us to 30,000, because we can do, this can be more urban, and it can go along the parkway, and then we can go down this hill and have a suburb. I feel maybe like... What shut off in Rockfield? That's just the warehouse. The warehouse is finally giving the errors. I'm guessing it wasn't giving errors because it had some leftover animal products in it needed to export. I wish there was a way to not show me this. But whatever, we just won't look at that part of town unless we're in the fancy view. What to do, what to do. How much of this land is mine? Almost none, because I was about to say. We could go across the highway, but I feel Rockfield wouldn't be on both sides of the highway yet. But yeah, it's like I feel there's something. This would be New Stenchburg. This would be Stinkenheim. What are we going to do? Where am I going to get these 5,000 people? I mean, we could cheat in a sense and just build more Stinkenheim, but... You know what? I think that is what we'll do. I think we'll just make a very dense sort of Stinkenheim, and then we'll demolish it, because this is all going to be... Big Myth Knoll and the old town is all earmarked for destruction anyways. We can recover if we can get to 30,000 and get that tile built. So let's just get some real dense development. Not my finest moment. But I need taxpayers, so they'll let me build a university. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. That was weird that it didn't force ground. I think it's because we're near the... There we go, that forced it. And that's, oh, the power line. I was like, why can't I zone here? The power line's being blocked. And I think this Metro Depot doesn't actually do anything once the initial train is dispatched, so we can let this fill out. And then it'll get... What the fuck is in your way now? This is a bridge. I mean, if we're doing this quick and dirty, we might be able to get to 30,000 tonight. I feel maybe not. I feel that it's going to be a little bit more than a couple square blocks of people. And this is also going to put a pretty huge strain on our infrastructure. There we go. They might not have jobs. Maybe that's why people aren't moving in. Disgusting. And they'll need some water. That's low density, gross. High density, high traffic. But again, we're just trying to get to 30,000. And then if I can't get to 30,000, I'll hang my head in shame and then go to bed. This is a disgusting neighborhood that's going to get uprooted very quickly once we begin the new Stenchburg development project. Alright, Godspeed. It's also poor service coverage over here, so they might not even level up. Keep up on hospitals for that noisy commercial. You might be onto something. That's a good observation. Just give this a moment to simulate. Hope it works out. We're growing, but I don't know if we're growing fast enough. And the thing is, I don't know why there's industrial demand, because just fucking build over here. Just build over here. What is wrong with you people? Actually, maybe they're too smart. Maybe they're too smart. Maybe I need offices. Maybe I need offices. Yeah, that's offices are coming, and maybe I have too many university students. Modern city center does look pretty nice when it works. Looks like there's a hill here, so these aren't quite perfect, but modern city center will look really nice in when we do our like hyper modern downtown business core on this triangle piece of land here. That'll look really nice. But for now, just anything goes. The whole neighborhood filled up and we got maybe 1,000 people. Well, fuck. Yep, those offices filled up, so yeah, we just have too many fucking smarty pants. Stuff like that, though, we can use the Move It tool when we really like how a building turned out, but there's an alignment issue. See, there you go. And then it's a little fucky down here, but the skyline looks really nice. Because you could build, what is this? 16 by, no, it'd be 8 by 8. 8 by 8, and then it would be one continuous building of this, and then there'd be like a little courtyard in the center. Oh yeah, oh, we're only at 26,000. It's gonna be real messy to force ourselves up to 30. Holy fuck. It's gonna be real messy. All the way here. Yeah, too much commercial demand, not enough residential demand. This is a terrible idea, but I'm not sure how else to fit people on my map without completely redoing Stinkenheim, which, I mean, we do want to do one day, but that's a fucking massive undertaking. So I'm trying to avoid it while we work on these smaller villages in the meantime. Let's check how our services are doing. Hospital capacity is fine. Bit of a problem with fire coverage, but you know, considering, just move him.
The classics, where we harp on the chordists and flout the flautists.
That solves our coverage problem. Police coverage. Again, police is doing great. Education. Oh, the university's almost full. Man, what incredible timing that we're going to make this university town then. I like that. High school. We have too many high school students. Elementary school, we'll be okay for a little bit. Holy shit, only half my town graduates from high school. Most kids graduate from elementary school, which I feel you would want that to be over 90% in the year 2056. Is that grass? Is that just painted? I'm worried. I don't think we're going to make it tonight, so then we're just going to have this ugly-ass block haunting us for the next couple streams. It's all industrial demand now. Stenchburg is still empty, though. What the fuck is going on? This industrial demand is boggling. We could do a faculty building as a stopgap. I think we have to start to partially redevelop Stenchburg, because I don't think this is going to cut it. But also, it's like, look at how much fucking room this is taking up, and it's not getting us to 30,000. I think we'll have to start planning out New Stenchburg if we can't get to 30,000 with this mess. And then sort of, I don't even know where we would put the factories. Maybe put the factories here, near the overpass and the off-ramps. And then everything around it would be the commercial and the residential as we slowly expand the town. But New Stenchburg. That's on the docket for next time, it seems, because we can't force ourselves up to 30,000. Like, it's just getting bigger and bigger. But it's zoned, I don't get it. A lot of it's zoned. This is all zoned. What's the problem? Is there a way to see average levels too? Like, they're getting services and promoting themselves. Offices have been zoned. Oh, that looks like a Paris-themed office, so it looks like it will actually build offices in the Paris theme. That's good. I might actually try to slide a couple of these into Rockfield. Oh wow, yeah, these look nice. I should have built some offices in Rockfield. Alright, so our residential demand's bottomed out, probably because there's not enough work for them now. And then we basically made Stinkenheim an even bigger abomination in the meantime. But with so many university graduates, I think we just need more office. So we'll do this. Let that fill in. That's a nice corner piece. Ah, it got demolished. Too late. Hit the little eye icon. How many? Oh, it shows how many. It shows the number that needs to be filled. Workers, I have 10,000. Huh. So is that right? I have 13,000 workers. So the demand is probably high because there's no jobs. Or sort of like there's no people to work those jobs. And then now it's growing because the jobs are filled. If I'm making sense of this. I have 2,000 children. That doesn't help. Unless I can make them chimney sweeps. That doesn't fulfill any demand. City attractiveness 38%. Ugh. I have some shitty neighborhoods probably. It looks like that did really let the population jump up a bit, zoning those offices. But man, nobody wants to fucking build in Stenchburg, and that's worrying. Traffic flow is good though, so I think as long as we can keep the pollution, the noise pollution under control in New Stenchburg's a good place to build. I have the no raw material problem. A lot of dead people. I have, I think it's called like Citizen Death Revisited or something, so that helps with death waves. Ooh, that must be a modern city center office. That snaps together real nice. And then it kind of goes well with this too. I like that. Old meets new. But we are just going to continue to greasily get to the 30,000 landmark, I think. Because I really would like to end on that note. And this is just going to create problems that actually aren't problems, because we're just going to completely level the district. Offices, whoops. Offices, heavy commercial. Will the land value affect it? It might, because there's no services here, so they're probably pretty bummed out. Land value's the $sign. Apparently Dixon Place is very happening. It's probably the park cheering people up. Let's look at Rockfield. Ooh, man. I forgot how low the land value is in Rockfield, and I think it's because of parks. We don't have any parks. But again, this is a rural village, so it's probably not very wealthy. I think this makes sense that Rockfield would have low land value. Nice near the center and the subway station, but other than that, it's just kind of average. That's a nice livable neighborhood. I think I was watching City Planner Plays, and he was talking about having a low-income neighborhood because that makes sense, but I think he mentioned that that's not the case in City Skylines, as everybody's incredibly wealthy, so you want the neighborhoods to be valuable, but he did make a good point that you can't just have all millionaires in your town, so you would have bad neighborhoods. 28,000, I think we can hang on just long enough to get to 30,000. I think we're going to do it. It's going to be a traffic nightmare to get over to this part of town, but I think we're going to do it. Switch over to this style block. We're gonna fucking be most of the way to Rockfield by the time we hit 30. But we're gonna demolish all this, and our university town will replace the population we're gonna lose here. So the office. Come on. What's that number by the bulldozer? I think this is buildings that have been automatically bulldozed. So if buildings are abandoned, the game will delete them for me automatically, or if they're flooded or damaged anyway. Because I think normally they just stay there and are worthless, so that mod will automatically clear buildings so they can be rezoned by productive ones. That's an interesting looking building. What's this? Tried in accounting not enough water. That might probably be impacting people's desire to live here. Whoops. Luckily we have more... Whoa, we're actually going to hit a sewage problem before we get to 30. Which is okay. We can splurge on another treatment plant in Stenchburg. I'm not very proud of myself, but I think 30,000 would have been quite the chore to get to. Yeah, we pretty much would have had to do all of New Stenchburg or completely redo Stinkenheim and get started on the old town, which is a very long-term goal. I definitely want to do it, but it's a very long-term goal. All right, sewage. We'll just hook that into Stenchburg for now. I mean, we can afford it, because Woodgrove's very profitable. Oh, we're about to hit 29,000. Come on, girl. 150 people per week moving in. How's it going? Just trying to get to 30,000 here. Got some quick and dirty neighborhoods hooked up. Come on. I suppose I can't help these people. We're just watching. So we can do this. We can do the fancy cam. Ah, Rockfield, the crown jewel of Stinkenheim. It's Lilac Grounds. That's probably going to get deleted when we redo Stinkenheim. More Rockfield. Beautiful village. I really did like those retaining walls with the hedges. I think this is Stenchburg here. Now, unfortunately, because we had to turn off the chimney smoke in Rockfield because it was causing frame rate problems, that means nothing in Stenchburg makes smoke either. But we're not going to have a lot of factories, so I think that's fine. That's Dixon Place here, I think. Yep, there's the crematorium. Ugh, what was that? He got really confused on that crosswalk. There's Puyallup Glade. Fucking highways on the cinematic camera, man. 29,083, but now our growth is bottomed out with, these offices. I need some more industrial jobs, I think, and then we can get a little more growth. And we're gonna make this commercial too. We just gotta hold out until the, like, it's gonna be a traffic nightmare when these commercial shops need their cargo. So we just gotta get to 30,000 before the traffic jams appear. And then I have a feeling most of these people aren't leveling up and letting people move in, so let's get a park. Buy ourselves a little time. Because it's actually enough room, because we made the blocks gargantuan. And then we'll put one here. $29.2. Yes. The air is electric in Stinkenheim as they've been cleared to build a university. Here's some footage of the mayor demolishing half the city in celebration. It was all a Ponzi scheme. Fuck this place.
Back again with another email that asks, what did society look like outside of the concert halls of old Europe? Well, it's a good question. Not all of the members of old European society were famous music composers.
Do I have the waves of smiley faces
Quite
turned
the
off?
opposite. The makeup of European society was roughly 20%.
I maybe was too zoomed
10%
out.
military
These people should be
generals,
pretty happy. They
50%
seem happy.
chimney sweep,
Educate more
20%
citizens
music
to make a
composers.
house level up.
Thanks for the message. And remember, you can always let us know
High
your
school. I mean,
thoughts
we're in the
by
yellow.
email,
That should be
as
enough
we
people.
have resolved our billing dispute with our internet service provider.
It's too far away.
Enjoy.
Christ. I don't know if we can get to 30,000. I can give them a school just to shut them up. Yeah, they have no high school coverage. There's actually some narrow blocks here we can just slam some services into. They need a high school and an elementary school. I will give them a library on the theory that the library powers up nearby buildings. There we go. I can hear him. I can hear him level him up. There we go. Yep, the bus ride to school's too long, so I just work at the factory now. Look at that. These levels might squeeze in a few extra people. 200 to go. Come on. $29.9. I think we're gonna make it. Oh! It's like 20 people. Come on. Oh no, it went down. Okay, it's going up. And we did it. Capital City. We can buy that new tile, which is where we're going to put our university town. We've unlocked universal education, which makes people want to go to the campus, but then the campus doesn't generate money. That might not be worth it. Maybe, though, because we make so much money from Woodgrove, it might be worth it. That gives us the harbor and the cargo harbor, which are dangerous because that'll put commercial traffic maybe in places we don't want it. And we have the eco-friendly water treatment plant. And the American football stadium, but of course Stinkenheim is in Europe, so we're not going to use that building. Oh man, am I fucking glad we pulled it off. I was very concerned, because we just had to build 2, 4, 6, 8... like a couple dozen city blocks that don't actually serve a purpose. Well, let's buy that tile. Purchase. Get our city draw. Oh shit, it's a hill. That's gonna be an interesting challenge. There's some flat land here though for the lumber mill. Maybe the university's up on the hill. That would be neat. But anyways, let's get the town drawn out. Well, not necessarily drawn this way, but just mapped out. What's this town going to be called? Farthington, home of Fart University. Ha, what a great note to end on. Rockfield Crossing turned out great. And then, yeah, we can put a university on the hill. Maybe a cable car. I feel that's not steep enough to justify a cable car. Maybe just some interesting landscaping. But I think it's time to wrap it up, because I accomplished what I wanted to. So, as long as we just ignore the fact that I built those 24 blocks we're about to demolish, much like the plot of RoboCop 3, which is also why we built the Delta States, but we have access to Farthington and our university campus, which means we can also start to redevelop Stinkenheim proper, now that we don't need the Lilac Grounds Park with that university. And while we're developing Stinkenheim, that means we can also develop Stenchburg into a more urban development that's not a factory. So including this one and the earlier one, we got a lot done. We got some nice intersections marked, as you can see there. I'd say we finished off Woodgrove. Well, we can do the Woodgrove Industrial Park another time, but the farmland part is in great shape. Ooh, this roundabout's looking a little dangerous. That might, well, that's probably the traffic. That's probably the traffic from those terrible blocks we built. I think we'll leave that up for now. We'll finish Farthington, and then after Farthington is when we'll start to look at Stinkenheim, because that'll we have to re-envision the subway. We can start adding bus service to the main city. Man, how are we gonna get people from Stinkenheim to the university though? Because it's under a river, so I don't think we'd have a metro. Well, no, we would. We would just run it above ground and then go across the river on a bridge, wouldn't we? So you take a train into Farthington. Lovely shot of Rockfield to end off on, but thanks for coming out tonight. There was some detailing mostly, but very glad we got that 30,000 milestone. Next milestone is, I think, 42,000 or something, so that's quite a ways off. Well, maybe not, you know, because Rockfield holds 8,600 people. Farthington is a university town. It might be even bigger. But if we can get to 42,000, I'm not actually sure what that gives us. Well, we don't have to worry about it for another 12,000 people, so not my fucking problem. But thanks for coming out to watch. Hope to see you next time with more city skylines as we build our university town. So until then.